go to 10 through 1. All right, number 10, Max Crosby. Holy, hold on. Okay, I'm already seeing it right now because we already mentioned TJ Watt and Max Crosby statistically were better than Myles Garrett. I have a feeling Chris Jones. Where was Chris Jones? Chris Jones isn't on this list. Well, maybe he is, but like Chris Jones, TJ Watt, Patrick Mahomes is going to be on here. CMC, Lamar, Tyreek. Oh boy, let's just see how it plays out. Okay, Max Crosby at number 10, going up 7 spots. I'm okay with that. Okay, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce at number 9, dropping 4 spots. I would, just because statistically, I know down here it's talking about Jerry Rice and the all-time postseason receiving records. I know he broke those records, which would put him in top 15, him as a top 10 player in the NFL in 2023. No, there was a slate from the Bears game. Yeah, was it the Bears game? Like, they talked about it. He went 8 games without scoring a touchdown. 8. Do the stats to back up this claim. Statistically, one of his worst seasons. Worst. So the Monday Night Football game, when they played the Eagles, he did have that touchdown, but he also had the fumble at the end of the game that cost him the game. Okay, whatever. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. He went 7 games without scoring a touchdown. The dude fell off the planet statistically for them after the loss against Philadelphia. Okay, yeah, they beat Vegas, but then they lost to Green Bay. They lost to Buffalo. Okay, the Chiefs are still winning. They're still rolling. But 7 games. I'm not discrediting how great Travis Kelce is as a player, because he's one of the best tight ends. I'd put him second against Gronk all time. That shows how little knowledge I have of NFL, but he just disappeared. And then, yes, he broke out. He had the 2 touchdown game against Buffalo. He had the 1 touchdown against Baltimore, but then he kind of disappeared again in the Super Bowl, even though he was so close for having that game-winning. There was the crosser route where he got tackled, before Mecole Hardman put it in for a touchdown. But, I mean, you don't disappear for 7 games in the NFL season and have be a top 10 player. No. As great as Travis Kelce is, I would have him top 20, but not top 10, not top 10, not at least this year, the 2023 campaign alone. Okay, there's TJ Watt. Ooh, I was about to riot here. Watt returned with a vengeance in 2023 following an injury-riddled season that temporarily halted his historic sack-collecting pace. The Steelers' star pass rusher resumed it in remarkable fashion, leading the league with 19 sacks. Yep, but no Defensive Player of the Year. It was whatever. Okay, Trent Williams at 7. I mean, you kind of can't argue with not allowing a single sack. You can't argue with that. Oh, there's Chris Jones, moving up 4 spots at number 6. Myles Garrett at 5, moving up 15 spots. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off. 15 spots? Damn! Cleveland's daunting edge rusher was invisible through the first 11 games, securing 13 of his 14 sacks during that span. That included a memorable showcase of dominance against the Colts in Week 7. Because he won DPOY, that's why he's top 5. Okay, number 4, Patrick Mahomes. And there's Christian McCaffrey at 3. We'll get there. Believe me, we'll get there. But Patrick Mahomes, number 4, moving down 3 spots. Mahomes, 2-time holder of the NFL's top 100 number 1 spot, which, again, it's voted by his peers. There's no actual... It's not statistically ranked. Career lows. And this is what is so scary. Like, I could rant and talk about, what a slump year for them. He had these numbers, and it's considered a career low. And we know how terrible that wide receiver core was for the Chiefs. Because I just mentioned a little bit earlier how Travis Kelce disappeared touchdown-wise for 7 games. He's getting Hollywood Brown. He's getting Xavier Worthy. Like, dude, the Chiefs are going to be scary this year. Very scary. I haven't looked at their schedule yet and like dissected it, but come on, dude. I'm nervous. I think history is not on their side because nobody's ever won 3 straight. But if they don't win the Super Bowl, he's at least going to be second in MVP voting because he's probably going to have 4,500, and then this is probably going to be 32 to 35. Christian McCaffrey at number 3, moving up 32 spots. McCaffrey flourished during his first full season in San Fran, becoming the NFL's rushing champion. Travis Kelce, Jerry Rice's postseason records. I mean, he's the first 49er to win an Offensive Player of the Year. And his image will grace the cover of Madden NFL 25. Don't worry, nobody's buying that game. But it can't be argued or debated how impactful Christian McCaffrey has been for the 49ers ever since he got there. Because we're looking at season totals and stuff, just because of Lamar's performance in the AFC Championship versus Christian's performance against the Packers and then the Lions and stuff with their postseason versus postseason. I thought McCaffrey should have gotten the nod for the MVP, but it was a close race anyways. It was either going to Jackson or McCaffrey. Like there was no debate. Those were the top 2 players in the league, hands down. I think it's silly to put Tyreek Hill at number 1, going up 6 spots. Like, yeah, he led the league in receiving yards and then touchdowns. Like, I know he led that. Come on. Tyreek Hill wasn't as important to the Miami Dolphins as how Lamar was to the Ravens or Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers or even Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs. It's funny that he's number 1 when he wasn't even top 5 in MVP votes, but again, it's opinion based, it's player based. But I mean, Cheetah's still a cheetah. And I saw that he extended it, so we'll get to watch him for a couple more seasons. But it's just crazy to see that. I mean, Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP, single-handedly could have gotten Baltimore to the Super Bowl if they would have just ran the ball and stuck to their guns and just, there was so much bad play calling in the Chiefs-Ravens game. But a Ravens-49ers Super Bowl, what could have been? It would have been so fun. What happens to Tyreek? Does Tyreek have another explosive year, or does a healthy Justin Jefferson top all receivers again like how it was back in 2022? Does Lamar stay at that constant pace of being an MVP caliber player, or does he, have a setback season? Because look, he jumped 70 spots. 70. That's one of the highest jumps ever. That's got to be one of the highest jumps ever, because that's like, I'm sorry, the only other person, respectfully, that could make a 70 jump, and yes, I'm gonna go, here we go, full circle moment here. The only other person that could jump 70 are these 2 quarterbacks right here. If Trevor Lawrence leads the Jaguars to the Super Bowl, and he wins the Super Bowl, has an MVP-like season, or Aaron Rodgers leads the Jets to the Super Bowl and has an MVP season with a Super Bowl MVP. Like, those are the only 2 other quarterbacks that could do this. You know what I just realized too? Where the hell is Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco's not on this list. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look at some of the guys who were snubbed. I'm thinking Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco, Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, there's a couple guys that aren't on this list, but I mean, it's opinion based with the teammates and the players, so